My favourite thing about RU is that all the Pokemon are so brightly coloured and every team preview is nice to the eye. Look at it. Magmortar, Spiritomb, Lilligant, Drapion, all the colours of the rainbow, right? Gonna be a great game here. We've got... I brought along 2 NU Pokemon, well 3 actually. Just, I feel like they work well with this sort of defensive... Like, defensive core of Cryogonal plus Solrock works pretty well. And then Flareon, I think, is good enough to be used in RU. And Simipour, I felt like I needed some kind of fast water-type Pokemon. And Simipour fitted the bill, so... Let's get into it! On y va! First turn, Aerodactyl versus my... I believe I'll lead off with Simipour predicting this. Now, I've got to be honest, I am Choice Scarf, so I'm definitely going to outspeed, but I don't think I'm going to OHKO it. I think regardless of what happens, Aerodactyl always carries a Focus Sash if it's the lead Pokemon anyway, so... You know, I could have gone for Hydro Pump, but there's really no point. Goes for a Taunt for some reason, I guess, not really knowing what Simipour does. I mean, Simipour does like to use Sub and Nasty Plot a lot, but... I don't know if it was worth using against the lead Simipour, but... Whatever, go into Solrock here. I should have probably predicted the switch into Slowking. I don't know why I went into Solrock specifically, but... Now I'm going to go into my Aku. Definitely the special shield of the game. Going to take any hit from Slowking. However, now I'm fearing either Psyshock or Toxic, so I'm going to go into my Drapion to take that. I'm pretty sure it's Drapion, but I really don't care. Drapion sounds better in my head. That's how I'm going to say it. This is where he finds out that Drapion is half Dark type. I think he said in the comment section or in the chat window of Smogon that he thought it was Bug Poison, which is fair enough. I mean, not many people use Drapion, and its pre-evolution is Bug Poison, so... What can you do? Gonna go for a Crunch on the incoming Aerodactyl. Don't know why I brought in Aerodactyl on a defensive Drapion, but whatever. Now he goes to Magmortar. I did get up 1 layer of Toxic Spikes, and he has no Poison type, so that's definitely going to be helpful for wearing down his big threats. Go into Carmelita Fox, who can take any special hits. I was hoping Fire Blast, but it turns out he goes for T-Bolt, I guess predicting that. Now, that's not too big a deal, although he does get the Crit Para, which is definitely going to cripple my Flareon's chance of doing anything good. Now, I think had he got just regular damage and not the paralysis, I think I find out in a sec he is Expert Belt, so he could have potentially killed me with a Focus Blast next turn, so don't know how important it was, but you know, it definitely was not good for me in that situation. Gonna go into Solrock, just get at my rocks. I really don't care if I take a single hit here. I do find out he's Expert Belt there, which is good information, but now I'm going to switch into Cryogonal. I don't want to take any... Well, I feel like Cryogonal is going to be less useful against his team than Solrock, so I'd rather sack that. But it turns out, I don't know if he predicted that or not, but he goes to Spiritomb. And Spiritomb... You know, this is one of the weird things about RU for me, like coming from NU. You'd never think that Spiritomb is like a choice banded Pokemon. I mean, I know that's a common set, but whenever I've seen Spiritomb in the past, I've thought, can that do physical things? Like, it's essentially just a cloud of, like, evil. Like, it always has, like, Pursuit, Sucker Punch. It's really bizarre to me, but yeah, whatever. I get some good damage on it there with Ice Beam. I think I take it out. Now he predicts my switch back to Drapion very nicely. Goes to Magmortar. I'm going to switch out. Once again, Cryogonal is the least useful thing on my team, so gonna go into that to take a Fire Blast. Not very well, I might add. Definitely gonna destroy me from there, but like I said, it was the least important thing on my team, and Drapion does a really good job of walling, Tangrowth, Hitmonchan to a certain extent, so I pretty much need it alive. So go into Simipour. Gonna go for Ice Beam because I don't want him getting a free switch into Tangrowth to put something to sleep. So now I draw back in the Slowking. Unfortunately, he's got the sort of Regenerator core going on, so that is not going to be good for me. Drapion and Simipour are not the best combination to wear down, like especially a defensive Drapion, but I gotta say, Drapion is a lot better than I thought it was. Got good speed, good attack, excellent typing, Dark Poison. I mean, you can tell by Skuntank's usage in NU that it's a pretty good typing. It can work defensively, especially defensively, offensively, you name it, Drapion's got it. Just not especially offensively, because that's terrible, but... Got the Tangrowth in here. Not really worried about what it can do, because I can taunt it and prevent it from going for Sleep Powders and Leech Seeds, so... Even though he's probably doing more damage to me than I am to him, I've got the Poison wearing him down, and I can just keep going for Crunch and Whirlwind and whatever as much as I want. Go for a taunt here to prevent the Sleep Powder. It is a pretty stally part of the game because I basically need a free switch into Simipour, and then hopefully I've got it in the bag, but I can't switch in Simipour on like a Giga Drain or something, or even like a Drain Punch from Hitmonchan, so I'm essentially leaving Drapion in here to die, trying to rack up as much crunch damage as I can, but Hitmonchan is always a big threat to my teams. I played a bit of RU last night for a couple of hours, and Hitmonchan was always the biggest threat to my teams. Look at it, it's a beast! Look at those boxing gloves. He knows what he's doing. Hitmonchan does unfortunately take out my Drapion, but it's fine. I have the Lilligant. I can just go for a Giga Drain, and because I'm Life Orb, Modest, I think, I can just take him out from there. No big deal. Now, I think all he has left is the Tangrowth, and I'm a sub Lilligant, so I'm just going to go for a sub on the first turn to try and hope he goes for the Sleep Powder. He protects that nicely, goes for an HP Fire or Ice, whatever. Next turn, he makes a good play here, goes for Sleep Powder on the next turn as I go for a Hidden Power Rock. Lilligant is a lot more powerful than I thought it was, I gotta say. You gotta give credit to a Pokemon who can do that much damage to a Tangrowth with one Hidden Power Rock, but... Yeah, next turn I think I just wake up and go for Quiver Dance. Why would you Quiver Dance when you could kill it in one hit, Tommy? I'll tell you why. YouTube is a competitive business. You gotta try your hardest to get out there, get your name out, get the views, get that YouTube money, get the bitches! What have you got to do to get views on YouTube? You got to have a good thumbnail. If you want a good thumbnail, you got to end the game with Simipour. Simipour? Why would you end the game with Simipour? Simipour, my friends, randomly has Hyper Beam, so I can just go into Simipour now. Go for a Hyper Beam, and that is gonna finish the game, so... That will be that, and... Yeah, Simipour, surprisingly... I never use it in NU, but it turns out to be pretty good in RU, so... You never know, there might be some NU Pokemon which are definitely viable in RU. Like Flareon, like... not in this game, but... Flareon, Solrock, Simipour, I feel like they work pretty well, so... Hope you all enjoyed the match, and I got some more RU coming up as well as NU of course, so stay tuned for that. And with that being said, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.